Hi everyone, it's day 30, day 70. So far, we have been working truly hard to build a basic application of social media in two iterations. So this is the second iteration we are working on. Now, today agenda is about the search feature. If you remember correctly, we were building the search feature just yesterday. So today we will continue with that in navigation bar and we will try to add something there, right? So we will try to do that as well. And if you look in the and today's session will be a shorter one because I have some tasks. So I came early. I want to do is two. So let's quickly get to the Jira and understand what are tasks that are pending for today and what we need to build. So Mm, if you come to Jira, you will see in the front end we have completed sign up modifications and profile update as well. Now, what we were doing the search page that is in progress. So, we will do it. And after, in the search page, what we will do, we will find the user. So, for the user, what we will do, we will clear this to do to more advanced thing like the option will be given in the hamburger menu or something to mark the user as a for review. Then we can review the user and based on that we can either delete it, block it or something in the admin section. If you remember the design, if you remember the problem statement we were defining at that point of time. So let's see the search page. So now you can see the search page look like this. We want something like this here. So if you remember the code, we were working on the sidebar menu. So I have just changed some styling of the sidebar menu. If you see the styling, so I'm already running that page. So if you see, we are coming here and you can see here. So I'm styling this way. So still I can see I can improve this. So I'm going to improve this and in the search bar I'm going to add some of the functions if required. So first, let's mark that here. That plus sign should be more in the center. So let's see. After search bar, there is a add post button, which has some background this with this. What we can do? We can add a margin from bottom with around 4. Even 4 is not good. Let's go with the 6. So that is doing something some different thing. So let's mark it. Let's don't do it that way. What if we change the padding to 5 instead of 6? So that's also not good thing. So this is here. Item center, justify center, flex fold bond. So if it's not working like that way, what if we apply py as 2.5? Still it will not work. So I guess that will be okay. And now I have made the changes like this way. So if required, we can even change the styling, like it will stay here, some color or something that highlight that this is the state we are working on. But what we want, we were working on this part specifically. So this home, for this there should be some function that will request a query to the API, and that is visible to the search page. So there are two things we need to do. First, we have to add the function query function here for the API, and second thing, we have to create a function that takes the input of this. So the input, I guess, should be taken care using one of the values. So let's first shift this a bit here. So const search query is equals to ref is an empty string. So we have added this. Now what we want a function. Let's say search user. The function is like this way. And who will call that function? That function is some keyword input. So we have to make that function here in the search here. So what we will do, on enter it will create some of the function. So let's find out some methods. Methods in Vue.js. Not methods, events. Is like @click for keyboards. I also don't know, so we will see. So we can see keyword event, key down, key up. So we can use this way. So we can add this here in the input. And here we will use that function, search user. So it will be called. Now I guess that is enough. It will create that function, but what will that function do? So we have to work on that. First, we want some query to be passed on. query in routes in Vue.js. That can be passed on to the next route. So there is some dynamic routing thing is there. So yeah, something like this query parameter where URL is question mark and now you can pass that path. So it will first what it will do, it will get the data from the backend. So let's say we have for that we have to import Axios, and we have to import the router from view router. Now that's the basic thing we can do. We have to refer this const router equals to use router, and the final thing it will do is router dot push to search. So if I want to do this, I have to make the route. So let's make the route in the router index.js. And to make the route, we have to first create the view. And one view will be created of search.view. Where let's add the basic thing in the search. Not to generate code. Script setup, template, style scoped. So this is a basic template. I have set it up. Now I want index.js where we will add the path. But that path, if you remember, we will add like this way. Search component import double dot slash views slash search. So that will be added, and based on this it will move to that part. First let's see if that works. So it get refreshed. Let's say anything. I don't want to send it, but if I press enter, we move to search. All right. So it means it is working. So Now that function is working, we know. Now we have to call some API. So let's in the function let's call that API, but axios.get, let's say API slash search, which will fetch some data. And what we will pass on? We will pass with the query parameter q equals to any of the search item, search query. Headers. So if you remember any of those things, you will try to do this. So it should be in the try block. So now what we will do, we will modify that only. Localhost API slash search question mark q is equals to search query. But where this access token come from? So let's say const access token is equals to local storage dot get item, name is access token again. This function is async function. What if I do this? Will that work? Yes, it works. So basically, if you see the console, you will get that it has got some error. It will show some error. And now, why that is no data is sent? Because we have not added v model. So v model, we have to add that v model equals to search query. So if we at least send the data, it will show some API error still, let's say hello, but this time it will get some, still it get object, it get network error. So we will also resolve that issue. So now if you see, we have added this thing in the sidebar, we have got the we have sent this thing here, but what we need to do, we need to make a query function, this response to be sent to the next route in the search bar, and search bar will fetch that from the route and use those things. So that's the case. So we have get the response, we have done this part, and we are getting to that. So today I need to stop it here, and I guess this is good to go. I hope you have understood this part as well. So tomorrow we will come to solve that issue of the search, where we will set the props and that goes to the next page. And what is the prop, I will let you know tomorrow. Thank you for today. So I am stopping the server.